Join longtime local and social butterfly Michelle Dragony as she flits up and down the coastside on her intrepid cruiser Flame, chatting with coastal characters at every turn.
Welcome to our event. I'm Marion Harris. I'm with the Half Moon Bay Airport Pilot Association, DART, which is the Disaster Airlift Response Team. And we're here today for an exciting exercise that we're doing in collaboration with Chad Woodburn from the Office of Emergency Services in San Mateo.
Yeah, and I'm Chad Woodburn, Office of Emergency Services. I am the coast side coordinator, and this exercise, that Marion's putting on is great for the coast. The airport is going to be an essential asset should there be a major disaster that cuts off the coast from the other resources throughout the Bay Area. So we're looking forward to a good day, and I'm excited to be here, and we've got a lot of good turnout, and here we are.
Yeah, it's a great event because what we're going to do is look at how the aircraft, especially locally based pilots, can support in the event of an emergency, primarily with logistics of both materials, passengers, and also emergency staff. And it's great to be collaborating with the OES as well as CAL FIRE, AMR, Peninsula Humane Society, Marine Mammal Center. I know I'm leaving somebody out, but airport management, a huge contributor here, and also ham radio support from both Half Moon Bay and also San Martin or South County.
Coastside Emergency Corps here as well, some volunteer organizations
and the
locally
Medical
to the
Reserve
coast,
Corps.
and the Medical Reserve Corps as well.
So big group to observe. It's really a learning opportunity for us to see where the communication flows are working, how we can improve, and what other equipment and resources we need to make sure that we're prepared in an emergency.
My name is Ross Ferguson. I'm with DART Operations. I'm a pilot here at Half Moon Bay. I'm also a commercial pilot. Spent 15 years in air freight and logistics with companies like DHL and Southern Air. What we're doing here at DART is we're trying to work on a way to refine our flight following. This all began with the Loma Prieta earthquake, where it was just done spontaneously. And so what we're doing is just looking to improve our just safety and operational efficiency. So what we've come up with is a flight following board that's back there. The idea is that we have a puck for every airplane that departs, and then we follow it while it's airborne, and then when it arrives at its destination, we'll get a call through a sat phone, or it'll be relayed through the Hams network to let us know that the airplane arrived safely. Then, of course, when it takes off and it comes inbound to Half Moon Bay, then we also get the inbound times, put it up on the board, and so you can see the ones that are up on the top portion of the board are actually airplanes that are in flight right now, and the ones that are down on the bottom are flights that are waiting to take off.
Ham radio, which is really short for amateur radio, is a licensed service of the Federal Communications Commission. To be a ham or to be an amateur radio operator, you must take a test and pass a license exam, and then you're awarded an exam that allows you to operate on frequencies that the Federal Communications Commission is allocated to amateur radio. Amateur radio itself is an old hobby or an old science. The American Radio Relay League just celebrated its 100th anniversary about 2 years ago. Nationwide, there are about 700,000 amateur radio operators licensed, and many, many more than that worldwide.
Hello, my name is Stan Judkins, and I'm with the Half Moon Bay Amateur Radio Club. We are here at the DART simulation today, simulating communications between the flight operations here in Half Moon Bay Airport and the central control or net control or the CEOC Operations Center, which is where all the communications gets coordinated between the first responders, and the airport people and any other organizations that is participating in a disaster. What we are doing today is we are relaying messages between the Half Moon Bay Airport Flight Operations Center to the CEOC for information distribution.
Hi, I'm Glenn with the Half Moon Bay DART Disaster Air Response Team, and this is a Bonanza, one of our typical responding planes owned by private individuals. This one's especially unique because we have an excellent cargo loading capability, and we have the double doors that open on this plane, and you can see that this can allow easy egress of either equipment or people. It can be configured with seats for passengers such as people with diabetes who needed to be moved to a facility that had kidney dialysis, or the seats can come out and we could carry supplies in or out. This plane flew in from San Martin with simulated supplies for today's training exercise. So this flight came in from San Martin with food and other supplies that we're bringing in to provide to the group, DART group here. Thanks.
Okay, so we just had an incoming flight bring a bunch of material here, so we're just going to do a quick inventory of it, and we're going to bag it and tag it and stage it over here for ground transportation.
My name is Rusty Rosenberg. I'm a volunteer with the Peninsula Humane Society. I'm here to pick up some medical supplies for the animals here on the coast side that were just delivered from San Carlos Airport.
Okay, so we have your incoming supply here ready to go to the from the Peninsula Humane Society.
So we've got some needles, we've got some medication. We're going to take those over to the veterinary staff and then disperse them.
One of the great things is all the different community groups who get a chance to work within this exercise. For example, the Marine Mammal Center.
Yeah, so today we brought a harbor seal pup to simulate needing to get an animal that we'd already captured that needed to get out and get immediate care. The pup, would be very, very sensitive. So they actually just loaded it up and they're taking it down to Watsonville, where it'll go to one of our satellite facilities for care.
Okay, so this is the materials section where all the receiving materials come in. We inventory them and we put them in boxes. We weigh it out and we determine where it needs to go. So we've got labels for that. And we keep a log of where this stuff is going. And then we have stations over there where we set it so that flight operations can take them and load them into airplanes. So specifically, this is where we're bringing in, receiving, and logging wherever all of the materials that we have. All right, so we have materials and passenger receiving over there, and we had just a request for 3 CAL FIRE representatives to get to San Martin, and we basically fill out a load sheet. We get them all weighed in, get them tags on them. We tell flight operations that we have an outbound flight. We find a pilot, one that's willing to go, and then an airplane that's capable. We fill out a load sheet, and basically the pilot takes it from there.
I'm David Merrill, CEO of Elroy Air. We are building an autonomous air cargo system, basically a large drone that can carry 150 pounds in a 150-mile radius, so 150 miles out, 150 miles back, autonomously. So there's no pilot needed. So we were invited by DART to be part of the exercise today at the Half Moon Bay Airport, essentially to play along as if our vehicle was completely ready to go and ready to be put to use in a disaster scenario. So we're not flying the system yet, we're still in development, but we were here to understand how a system like this that could carry cargo and carry aid relief autonomously anywhere in a 150-mile radius could be used and could contribute to this kind of a situation.
One of the great things is a lot of our volunteers here at the Half Moon Bay Airport have some wonderful aircraft to support in a disaster. So planes that can fly slow and really assist in damage assessment flights. For example, the Twin Air Cam and also the Piper Cub. Great for flying slow and monitoring for potential damage.
My name is Tim Haggerty. I'm a paramedic with American Medical Response in San Mateo County. I'm also a team leader with the disaster response team FO08 Dempsey 137. We are a local team that responds to both local, regional, state, and national disasters. Today we are here at the Half Moon Bay Airport working in cooperation with the DART team to help simulate the transport of medical patients and evacuees. Our team works in the transport logistics and actual transportation of medical patients to and from facilities such as the DART response. We work in conjunction with state and federal resources and are deployable throughout the country.
Hello everyone, my name's Steve Stockman. I'm a director with the Coastside Fire District Fire Board. I'm here participating today to just have a broader sense of what the potentials are on the coast for help and that ongoing process of coordination and relationships, because it's the people we meet in these events that are our contacts that are really going to determine our success when we actually have an event. So I thank everyone for participating and letting me share. Thank you.
Oh, look at that, there's a hot fun in there.
There we go.